6 British household items most Americans don't use. Very excited to get into this and see what we got before we do. Appreciate if you guys could hit that subscribe button. And yeah, let's check this out.
Hello, I'm Lawrence, and I'm on a quest to uncover all of the memos that Britain and America lost in the pond. And one of those memos pertains to household objects.
Right. Let's see what we got.
As you all know, one of my favourite things to do on this channel is look at some of the smaller details of how Britain and America are so very, very different. And from Britain to nighttime, this includes some of the things that we keep around the house.
Is that a candle?
And so today I'm going to take a look at 6 British household items that are way less common in American homes. So be sure to stay tuned until the end.
So this is going to be a video on things that we have and you guys do not have.
And when I'm going to ask you what you think the common denominator was between all of these items, except for the fact they're more popular in Britain. In the meantime, eggs. And you might be thinking, eggs?
Mate, Americans eat eggs.
Eggs aren't a British specific item. What are they doing on this list, Lawrence? And to that, I would say stop being so impatient, because I'm about to get to that point. Because it's less to do with the eggs themselves and more to do with what they sit in. This is an egg cup.
Oh, do Americans not have egg cups? You know what? These are actually quite common in the UK. I don't have any of these. But my grandparents had these. You know what? I never really understood them because you only keep a few eggs in at a time. A lot of people have like a 2-1. But where's the other eggs? It's just for display, I think. And
an egg cup is absolutely essential in British life to especially children. And how does it work? Well, you boil an egg so that the yolk...
Oh, I thought you meant the egg holders where you put the egg in without... Oh, he's not about to eat the egg for toast soldiers. Oh, okay. You can use them for them as well. But a lot of people do use them for display.
Inside is runny, and this allows the British child and anybody...
Yeah, this is what you call... Is it egg soldiers or toast soldiers? I used to call them something soldiers. I actually used to really like this.
Who never grew up to take what is known as bread soldiers.
Bread soldiers.
Where you take a slice of bread and then you slice it into smaller slices of bread that become suitable for dipping into the egg yolk.
Oh, you have to toast it though. It's better when it's toast.
And eat that, and you keep going until all of the yellow yolk is done. And then here's the best bit. You are left with just the white of the egg, which then becomes the remaining part of the meal. And
see, that's the part I didn't eat because I wasn't really a fan. I'm a little bit more of a fan of eggs now. Like, I do like scrambled eggs, but that's about it. And I like deviled eggs. Deviled eggs, when we made them, banging.
Now that I've said it out loud, I realise how bonkers that sounds. But the only time that I've seen an egg cup for sale in America was as a novelty item in a gas station. And when you speak to Americans about it, they are by and large unaware of the existence of egg cups.
Clue.
And I know what you're thinking. You, Lawrence, you can't live off egg soldiers. And you're right. So every summer I buy myself some fresh veg and say to myself, this is the year where I finally become the kind of person who makes salmon on a Tuesday. Then 3 days later I discovered a liquefied cucumber at the bottom of the fridge and ordered takeaway instead. That's why I've been eating
Hey, makes sense. Yeah, that's a gross image, man, when your vegetable goes,
What a renewing subscription purchase.
I hope that's why he's not eating that.
I've spoken before on this channel about how American kitchens don't usually house the washer and dryer, which is what we tend to do in the UK. But
we like to keep our washers and dryers in the kitchens.
Because our kitchens and houses in general in the UK are quite small, some of us don't even have dryers. We might occasionally have...
That's true. That is true. And if you do have a dryer in the UK, it's most likely going to be a washer-dryer combo one. So one machine that does both.
Washer-dryer hybrid sets, which seem to be less popular in the United States. But a lot of the time, we're looking to other means to get our clothes dry. This can include an outdoor washing line, which I've...
Okay, yeah, these are so common. Even today. Like, I'll take Obi, my dog, on a walk, and I'll see loads of these in people's gardens. Loads. My mum does it. My sister does it. Washing lines, you hang up your clothes to dry them.
Spoken about before. But one that I've talked less about and is less commonly found in America is a clothes horse. And I will do my best to keep the horse away from Humpty Dumpty because they are useless in a crisis. But they are useful if you don't have a dryer. And I love a good clothes.
They're also good even if you do have a dryer because like sometimes like dryers shrink your clothes, right? So like the clothes horse don't.
The source, even though my American house, of course, has a huge dryer. And that's because you don't want to put everything in the dryer.
Yeah.
I made that mistake with this classic Lost in the Pond t-shirt.
Damn.
My favourite winter hat has shrunk to the size of my dog's head.
See, that's what I'm saying. You just want to put things in the dryer that you don't really mind, you know, if they get damaged or shrink or whatnot.
And because British kitchens double as a laundry room, it means that a lot of British houses don't have room for a dishwasher.
No, we
so
don't.
What do you do instead? You do this. That's right, a washing up bowl, which is a permanent fixture of a British kitchen sink and is
Wait, that's a weird looking washed up bowl, but normally it's just like a bucket.
less commonly found in American kitchens. And you know, when I first moved here, I was like, wait a minute, where is that bowl? Why aren't Americans using these? And it seems to me that there isn't such an emphasis.
Then again, most people in the UK now don't really use a washing up bowl. Like, so they are still in, but most people just use the sink. But you put this in the sink and then you wash things inside of this.
During the washing up phase of soaking your dirty dishes before you clean them. I think there are a couple of reasons for that in American homes. Number one, the prevalence of dishwashers means that people are taking their dirty dishes and just immediately putting them into the machine and running that, and that's fine. Because a lot of
dishwasher is heaven on earth.
British people hand wash dishes, it is beneficial to soak them first in order to get off the grime and the scum. But one of the other reasons that Americans don't typically use these things is that American kitchen sinks often come with food disposal units. So there's less of a need here to protect the plumbing of your sink from getting food in it, because the mechanism within inside your sink takes care of it anyway. That said,
I love the fact how Americans could just put their food in the sink and then turn on a button and it just chomps it up.
We have one, because just as earlier I told you that certain garments don't belong in the dryer, certain specialty dishes don't belong in the dishwasher.
Oh, really?
So I still soak mine, but I do rinse off the suds. Thank you.
Wait, what can you not put in the dishwasher then?
Oh, that's really hot. Ow. Even though electric kettles were invented right here in Chicago, Americans on the whole don't
That is a big kettle, bro.
Typically have these in their kitchens. And I know there'll be Americans in the comments saying, actually, Lawrence, I've got an electric kettle. I would say, yes, but I think you are the exception that proves the rule. In Britain, it's the other way around. If you don't have one of these, you are very unusual.
That is very true. If you don't have an electric kettle in your home in the UK, that is very strange. I don't know anybody that doesn't have one. That would be weird. That would be very weird.
And that shouldn't really come as a surprise to anybody. Britain is a country that is known for its tea drinking, whereas Americans often gravitate toward iced tea that doesn't require a kettle. But if they are going to use a kettle on the...
Listen, we're going through a heat wave this coming week in the UK, and it's going to... Oh, I'm not even going to be in the UK. Oh, I just remembered. Oh, I don't have to worry about it. Where am I going, you ask? I am going to a bucket list destination for my birthday, and I'm going on Sunday. I don't know when you're watching this video. I might already be there, but I'm going to Rome, which is going to be amazing to see the Colosseum and that. If you guys do want to keep up to date with me in Italy, in Rome, I'll be posting a lot on my Instagram stories, like the food I'm eating, videos, pictures. So make sure you follow my Instagram. I'm going to do the same what I did with the American trip. I'm just going to post so much on there. So you guys, you know, you guys get to see what I'm getting up to there if you're interested. My Instagram is L3WG_. Okay? There's a link in the description. And yeah, I'll be posting a lot there. So you might want to check that out over... I don't know where you're watching this video because I'm preparing for the holiday, but I'm probably there right now, okay? So, yeah, go check that out. There'll definitely be, like, stories and that. So, if there isn't a story yet, then maybe I've uploaded this video, sooner. Because whilst I'm recording this, I go in 2 days, okay? But, yeah, I don't know where you'll be seeing it.
They'll use one of those stovetop ones. And I have to say, as somebody who has one of those himself, in addition to this, I do like stovetop kettles, if for no other reason. They whistle at me.
Why didn't I just say to you, if it's not Sunday, I'm not there. But if it's Sunday and you're watching this, I'm in Rome. Go to my Instagram.
But in my
Yes,
experience, these things are
Americans do use
used in
stovetop,
Britain
don't
to
they?
fill up one of two things. And those two things just happen to be our final two entries.
Okay.
If Americans do make hot tea, they might just pour it straight into the mug, whereas in Britain, you can't really make tea without filling up a teapot. Sorry, there's a
Right.
filter inside this thing. It's amazing. And the way it works is you put
Well, I don't know. Like, I've not seen one of these in a very, very, very long time. A teapot. This is probably like more on the posher side of the UK.
tea inside this filtration cup. Put
But
that
then again, I don't really drink tea. I drink coffee.
back in there, and then you take the kettle and you pour the hot water into
Yeah.
there, like so, and
Very
then leave it
British.
to steep in this, and then you've got tea to serve. So it's basically the tea equivalent of those
Doesn't that get cold though? Like you're drinking your tea. I don't know. Wouldn't that get cold?
coffee jugs that they bring you in American diners. And since Americans overwhelmingly prefer coffee, these things are viewed here as sort of novel, like something from
Right.
Harry Potter, except the magic is real. And many of
Oh my god, Americans probably just think like British and Harry Potter. Oh my god, yeah. That's from Harry Potter, that is, and it's something from the UK.
us in Britain will take our tea to bed with us at night along with something else. And that is the hot water bottle. I actually purchased this last year at Boots the Chemist.
So we do have hot water bottles, and they are very, very common because one, heating in your homes is very expensive, right? And two, it can get cold in the UK. It can. So a hot water bottle, you snuggle up with it, you put it under your bed or your pillow.
In London.
good.
Well, I just randomly walked into a Boots and lo and behold found 3 different types of water
They're
bottles.
always
I
on
opted for
sale.
the blue one because the other two made me think of sheep and prisons. And when I did so, it really stood out to me because you just don't see these in American shops. And
Oh,
some
really?
Americans I know will be looking at the screen right now saying, what on earth is a hot water
Oh, you guys don't have these at all.
bottle? Do British people drink hot water? No, a hot water bottle is designed to keep you warm in bed during...
They actually do stay hot for a very, very, very long time. However, my dad had a bad accident with one of these. He, I don't know why he was sat on it, but he sat on it to keep his bum warm. And it burst. Boiling hot water. Burst. It burned the hell out of him.
in the winter or when you're sick. So you unscrew the top
he said it
like
was
that,
bad.
hot water in, presumably you had some left over while making the tea, and you fill it right to the top, just leaving enough room to be able to screw the cap back
Yeah.
in. And Bob's your uncle, you have a hot water bottle. And for somebody who recently bruised his ribs trying to get a bottle lid out of the recycling, I've been thinking about using this again because even though my dogs are my hot water bottle, they also
True.
exacerbate my injury. So I'm gonna go with that tonight. And so now comes the part in the video where I ask you what was the common denominator between all of these items. And that
Blue.
common denominator can be summed up in one word:
Blue.
water.
Oh. Oh, water. Oh. Well, blue. Water's blue. Oh, wait, no, water's clear. The sky makes it blue. Never mind.
You need water to boil the
Water is definitely not blue.
eggs. You hang wet clothes on the horse. You soak dishes in the washing up bowl.
Yeah.
You boil water in the kettle.
Yeah.
You pour hot water into the teapot.
Yeah,
And you do
all
the
wa-
same with the
We love water in the UK.
hot water bottle.
We
All
love
that to
it.
say, it's an appropriate theme for a channel named Lost in the Pond.
True. But hey, very good video. Let me know which one of them surprised you the most, or which one of them you'd actually see yourself using, right? Or if you have any of them, let me know as well. But if you guys enjoyed this, make sure you give a thumbs up, subscribe for more content. Make sure to check me out on Instagram if you want to see how I'm getting on with Rome. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.